Welcome back. We are here for season 14 of The Voice. This season is bananas. We're going to talk about it. We're going to dive in. We'll be recapping episode 1 and 2, so stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
All right, wait a minute.
Stay woke. Y'all better stay woke.
You have to stay woke.
Hold on. She really did this song. I'm really sad because Mackenzie Thomas did this song and she didn't get
She didn't make it through. But I felt it. She had so much soul, and
we're here for
she
you.
won the hearts of the crowd, of the audience, so that's all that matters. But we're going to dive more into that. I'm your host, Cessna, and you can find me at Cessna. And I'm here with my lovely and beautiful co-host. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell people where they can find you on social media?
Yes. Hey, everybody. I'm Monique Loveless, and you can find me on all platforms at Miss Mo Loveless. I finally got it right, so check me out.
Yes, check her out. And guys, I'm sorry, I'm just here vibing to great music. That's what the
I
show
know,
is
right?
all about, good music.
Yes.
It is Miss Candi Marie, and you can find me on Instagram at Miss Candi Marie and on Twitter at Sweet Candor TV.
Awesome. So let's dive in to this new season. We have a lot of new things. We have Kelly Clarkson, who I'm absolutely loving this season.
Too.
She's bringing so much energy, so much life,
gosh.
and it's so important because we needed that balance, I think, on
absolutely.
the judges panel. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
She brings something that is so totally different than Miley Cyrus did. I love Gwen Stefani, but she's doing something totally. I love her on this. I love her on this. This is amazing.
And I have to agree with you. It's definitely amazing. She brings a certain type of authenticity to the panel. She's just herself, and she's a powerhouse. I remember when I first saw Kelly Clarkson on the very first season of American Idol. For all of y'all out there that know about that very first season, she's a legend. And again, that authenticity that she brings and that genuineness, it's going to be really, really nice to see that combination amongst the rest of the judges.
It's so important to be authentic because what you're dealing with talent that is raw and authentic talent, and they're looking for real answers. They're looking for just an honest response, and I love how she is honest, but she's also inspiring and comedic, and she has us laughing and entertained most of the time. So
she does.
She has been a great addition. And then we also have the block, where the judges can block each other from selecting other contestants.
I'm so excited about that because a lot of the country people always pick Blake. So I feel like this gives the opportunity because last season, even though Alicia won, she still wanted a lot of country. She wanted to tap more into the country. So I feel like this gives people a chance, the other judges a chance to actually tap into talent that we normally don't see with them. So
and the great thing about that, it kind of gets them out of their comfort zone. I think the judges as well as the contestants. So that's going to be really, really cool to see this season.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's talk about the contestants on the first episode. So it started off with Britton Buchanan. Am I saying his name right?
Yes.
I absolutely love this young guy. He had so much poise.
Wow.
It was like he knew who he was. He was so confident, and he had a career, I guess, started off playing baseball, then put down, the sports to start playing the guitar. He was amazing, phenomenal on the guitar.
He was the very first one, came in very strong. I really liked his performance. He had a very good voice. It was deep. I did not realize, you could never tell he was 17 years old.
Listen, and I'm so glad you said that because if I would have had my eyes closed, I would not have visualized a tall, slender, young white boy. I would not have envisioned that at all. But it was just wow, it was like this old soul was trapped in this young, youthful body. He had a baby face. So I was like, wow. If that's the type of talent that you're going to start the season off with, then bring it on. Let's go. It's going to be exciting. Very exciting.
Yeah. This is going to be a very strong season, which I really appreciate. So I'm really excited about, especially seeing him. They started out with younger contestants, which is great because now we're getting to see their talent. But hey, he was a strong start.
Yeah, he was a
great way to kick off the show.
Start.
Yeah,
he's only 17 years old, and he ended up going with Alicia Keys.
How do you feel about that choice? Were you
kind of caught off guard? I think it was a good choice.
Do you think that was a good match?
Yeah, I was
a little surprised. I'll be honest.
No, it was a great choice.
Why were you surprised?
His voice throws off his look.
It does. It does. I honestly thought that he was gonna go with Team Blake. I did. Just his voice, his youthfulness, and then I thought that his family. I feel like his family definitely very much influences him as a singer, and I just felt like maybe that's where they were probably gonna send him that direction. Oh, but I mean, it's cool. I'm glad he picked Alicia. She's awesome. I love Alicia.
Yeah,
yeah. No, I think it was a good choice. I think it was a good choice for them, and I'm excited to see the kind of magic that they'll make as the season goes on.
Yeah, definitely.
So next we have Brian Cartelli, who was the young girl. She's 14 years old. And her, too, she was, first of all, she is gorgeous. Can we talk about just how
she didn't even
gorgeous
look
she is for 14 years old? She doesn't even look 14.
She doesn't at all. She doesn't
and
at
the
all.
same with her. She just radiates so much from the inside out. And it's just beyond her years. You know, when we saw her on the stage.
Adam said it.
Yeah, Adam said it.
She's a 14-year-old and like a 36-year-old soul. Like she had a lot of soul. She was beautiful. I really, she was not my fave, but she was good. She was definitely good.
Yeah, I liked her, and what I do like about her is, I think on the business side of it, she's extremely marketable.
Oh,
you know, from her beauty, from her looks, from her age, from her sound. She's still so young. She's still developing in her sound and her range and things like that. So, but she's already ready to be marketed and put, you know, ready to go. So I do like
agree with that.
I was just like, wow, this girl is gorgeous. Like I couldn't stop looking at her features.
I know,
her
her
eyes
face and
eyebrows.
wow,
and then that voice when she opened her mouth again, like wow. Right. I'm just blown away. I'm speechless, y'all. I don't know. It's gonna be a tough season.
It's gonna be a tough season.
This season I'm really excited about. So
So then also another huge highlight from episode 1. Rayshawn Lamar, who's 33. He had cancer, his bouts of cancer, lost his voice at a period of time, lost his hearing at a period of time, and he was so determined to break through, get on the show, and he sung a song that he was listening to, I guess, while he was going through cancer and his therapy treatments.
Yep, which is a huge, hit, and I liked his rendition. I really think his story is amazing. That is the focal point of everything when it really comes to him, because that's a fighter, and you want to, people connect with a fighter because you're always you have challenges in life, so you connect with a fighter. But he did a great song. Once again, he wasn't my fave, but
I can't wait to find out who your fave was. but I will agree. Yeah.
But I do believe that he does have something strong. Yeah, he has a chance. He's a fighter. And he had everybody crying.
The thing about being a fighter and coming out of that storm is that you get to see the joy. Like when he sings, I hear the joy in his voice and in his soul.
So much joy.
So much joy.
Even afterward, when the judges were trying to talk to him, he was just in his own world, just laughing and smiling. And he had so much joy. And I think that's what happens when we go through trials, when we go through difficult circumstances. It produces something in us that no other experience could produce in us.
It produces.
You're here preaching now.
I'm like, yes, touch and agree right here on AfterBuzz TV.
So I think that's absolutely amazing. His story, like I said, is going to resonate with a lot of people. What I liked about his voice and sound, it was daring. It was a little bit different.
That's a great word.
That is a great word.
It was daring. Even Adam, he was like, he thought he was a white guy, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't expecting him to be a black man singing that song the way he sung that song.
Yeah, definitely.
So I like that element of surprise with his voice, and I want to see how he works it and how they play with it and how he evolves over the season. So I'm looking forward to it.
I think that was a great match, so I am looking forward to how he develops his voice.
Yeah.
And what other songs he has, because clearly he's versatile.
Yes, very versatile. So up next, we have Kyla, who sung the Aretha Franklin song "Seesaw."
Can we touch and agree with that one?
Can we all touch together?
Can we touch?
Listen. Hands down, she gave me chills. Hands down, like she's the
one who did the
I have
Aretha
4
Franklin.
stars next to her name right now in my notes. Not 3, not 2, but I have 4 stars.
She has a whole 4 stars.
She
whole 4 stars.
did Aretha Franklin. She's the one who was the backup singer for Jennifer Hudson.
Okay, yes.
And she did Aretha Franklin. She has a very pretty voice. you expect, for me, I expected something that, you know, you look at most Black women who are, you know, they come from that maybe gospel background, but she actually was picked up by Winona Judd. That's why she went with Blake Shelton.
Ah.
So she has a very pretty voice, and I want to see what Blake is going to do for her. Because he always gets these people that, you know, he gets the soul singers. Of course, you know, country does kind of evolve into soul, or the other way around. There is a contact with soul there. But I'm looking forward to see how he does with her and how he develops her, and if she's going to be able to go anywhere on his team, because they usually cut out pretty quick on his team, those type of voices.
Oh,
so
okay. That's a good
That's good to know.
So I really want to see how she does on his team, and will she, you know, how he will develop her.
Yeah, I thought she was really good. I thought she was good.
Yeah.
But I'm looking for the new. I felt like she was good, but I want to see her develop into something a little bit more special. I mean, what she has is already special.
Just a little different.
Just a little bit more of I want to see a little bit of her own uniqueness. I mean, yes, she comes from a gospel background, and with coming from the gospel background, it's already a certain image and type. But I just want to see something new with her. So I want to see how they work together, how she works with him.
Yeah, I do too.
Because that would be a great dynamic. That's
I think
really nice dynamic.
Yeah, she just gets some dimension to it.
Yeah, she so she ended up going with Blake, and we'll see how she does and how he's able, because I see what he wants to make his team, you know, a very versatile, diverse team, but those type of voices on Blake's team usually don't hold up. Yeah, so
Hopefully
we'll see
some changes this season.
I know. We'll see.
So then we had, a little bit later in the episode, we had Kelsey Johnson.
That's
who's 21
who you were
years
talking
old.
about.
Yes,
That's who you were.
That's who you were talking about.
I'm sorry.
I think she got it mixed up.
Yeah, she did.
You know what? I just want to say that, ladies, this relationship is off to a great start, because y'all just felt me. Y'all knew who I was talking about, because I damn near fell out when we were watching it today. So I'll say this, Kyla, I love you. And I think you're great. Phenomenal. Kelsey. I got the K's mixed up.
Kelsey, Kyla, look.
Let me talk about it. We talked about it, and she has if she is developed right, she has a very Lauryn Hill feel. Like, her voice has that at moments. It's like so smooth and so pretty, and then you hear a little gravel a little bit, and then it's like she has the look. She has everything pretty much. Like they said, they could wrap her up and package her right now and push her out.
Oh, what? Absolutely. And she's another one, if you close your eyes, she looks nothing like what she sounds like.
Yeah,
she's
so true.
Gorgeous, but just that voice. Oh my gosh, just the tone, the way it made me feel. Okay, we got to stop.
It gives I feel like it gives a very Lauryn Hill vibe, which
goodness.
I love. I mean, we miss Lauryn Hill, right?
We miss Lauryn Hill, and I think she has such a unique sound, and even just her backstory. I guess she was sick growing up, sickly, and her papa encouraged her to continue to sing and develop this gift in her. But something happens when you go through pain, you know, and you go through experiences, because it really shows and it radiates in your voice.
It does.
You know what I mean? It gives it that extra oomph. It gives it character.
It tells the truth.
It tells the truth.
That's a good way of putting it. Y'all better preach over here, honey.
Listen. Bringing a whole other vibe to the voice, y'all.
I know, right?
So I loved her. She was definitely a standout in the first episode.
Yeah,
absolutely.
She was. Yeah,
Absolutely.
she was.
And she's proving that she is here to stay. She came. She came to win.
She came to win.
She did.
Some people come on this show, and I don't know if they just think this is like a karaoke show, but this isn't karaoke.
Ooh, great point.
This isn't karaoke. And some of these performances, I felt like I was watching a karaoke show, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm tough when it comes to competitions, because I started. Personally, going back to my story, I started working in television when I was 5 years old in the entertainment industry. So I've done talent shows, I've done all kind of shows, been up on stage. I've had these experiences, and I know what it takes to win. And I just want to be able to see that from some of these contestants. But I'm sure we'll see more and more of it.
Yeah,
as the season goes on. But we've already got some strong people.
Developing is always the key. When they start developing them, you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know they could even do that.
Oh my God. Artist development is so very important.
Yeah,
and
so
I think
important.
that has been something that has been abused and not really, I think, used to its full potential over the years. And I think you can really tell the difference between an artist that has really been molded and developed over time over someone that hasn't. So I think that's one of the great things about this show is that we can actually watch with them their journey and as they're developed. And it's just, I can't wait to see where a lot of these artists go towards the end of the show and what happens with their careers.
Right. Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it.
So let's move into episode 2.
Hold on. Y'all know we talked about it before, but I'm so sad that in episode 1 that Mackenzie did not make it.
Oh, yes, we have to.
We played the song.
We have to.
We did.
She was 19. She was this, she had so, I could see it. And I know they can't see it, but I could see it. And she did Redbone by Childish Gambino.
Yes.
And I thought it was great. Like, I could see her voice being something else. I can definitely see. Maybe she didn't do the right song for the show.
I will agree.
But I loved it. I loved her rendition of it. I love that she slowed it down. I mean, everything about the whole kind of like performance I liked. They said she got kind of pitchy, or like some parts were fantastic and the others were like, but I felt like she had something to work with. So I hope she comes back next year.
I agree. And I'll say this. I think that song selection is very important because you cannot forget that this is still a competition. I think it's great. You can definitely do it at karaoke nights, and live performances, but you have to come to win in all aspects. And especially, as a young woman that may not be the particular cookie cutter shape and look and feel that a lot of artists and the image that media paints for young women. So I feel like you especially have to work harder. You especially have to prove yourself. And I feel like this song just definitely, it did not sell her.
I think for her, she once she focuses in and cleans it up, when it comes to, like we said earlier, it was just a little bit pitchy. I think she has a lot of potential and she has a lot to work with. I think your difference, when it comes to, I know you mentioned, she was she wasn't the ideal Hollywood shape.
Whatever they say. Whatever
she didn't have the typical look that could package and mark it up, supposedly, because we have Adele's and we have people out there that can do it.
And what I'm saying is, you have to own your difference. I don't think she has to change anything.
I thought she was very confident, and I think that's another reason why I liked her.
Yes,
because at 19, she actually was confident in her body and who she was and what she looked like, and she came out and she sang this song, "Stay Woke." Yes. She's staying woke with us, guys. She's staying woke with us, and no one chose her. And it was like, oh man, I really was fighting for her because I feel like she does have it. So hopefully she does come back next season.
And she's
for
young,
next season.
So
she's
young from
this.
She's young.
Mackenzie, try again. Try again.
Mackenzie has to try again. She was really good. She was almost there, but she just didn't quite make the cut just yet.
Yeah.
But just with a little bit more development and a little bit more refining, I think she'll be great. So let's move into episode 2. Episode 2 was good.
It was good.
I had a few more yawns on this episode. As you ladies saw, I was looking at my looking at my watch, checking my phone, going to the bathroom. It was a few more yawns, but there were still some good highlight standout people this episode.
It was a lot of country.
A lot of country.
Yeah, it was a lot of country.
Oh, and speaking of country, that Molly Stevens.
Ooh. Oh,
Molly
she
Stevens
was awesome.
Yes.
Love her from Macon, Georgia. I heard all of that Macon in her voice. I was like, yes, Georgia.
She was.
Yes.
And she played the guitar, so that's always an additive when you can play your own music too.
Play your own music.
Yeah.
I think she was so strong. Her voice was so beautiful. It was so angelic-like. It was so controlled, and it was so sweet. It was so sweet. It was like honey, like drinking, a little cup of honey, just listening to her. And I thought she was great. She ended up going with Kelly.
Okay. I couldn't remember if she went with Blake or Kelly.
Which I think is a really good fit for her, especially considering her voice. I was surprised though, because I did think that she was going to go with Blake.
No, because Kelly named her actual song and who wrote it, Patty. Patty something wrote that ssong, and she was actually the one who knew the song. So I knew when she told her the song that she was going to be the one that got her. Because when you know that information, that means you're into what I'm really doing.
Yeah, that was her favorite song.
Yeah, Patty Margie, I think it is. Correct me, but I think that's what it was.
All right, viewers, we know that you know the
answer.
So type your answer in the comments below.
So then another standout performance, which was a highlight performance that got all 4 of the judges to turn around.
The first to have all 4 judges turn around.
The first to have all 4 judges turn around. His name was Pryor.
Yes.
Pryor
35 years old.
Yes.
He had to slowly say it too. Pryor Baird. Baird. It's Pryor Baird. He was great. I must say, he had a very, his control and his voice was great. He went through the struggle, first of all, so he knew what he was coming into. He was waiting on this opportunity, and let me tell you, it paid off.
Yes, it did.
That lets you know that even when you go through the struggle for something that you love, if you love it enough, you'll fine-tune it enough that it will pay off. And that's exactly what this did. It paid off. It paid off. They were fighting for him. This is the one that Alicia blocked.
Yes.
This is the one that Alicia
Adam.
blocked. No. She blocked
Blake.
from. Yes.
Oh, she blocked Blake. Okay.
No, Blake. He ended up going with Blake.
Did he?
Yeah, he went with Team Blake. Yeah, so
he went with Blake.
Yeah, he's
so
Team
that
Blake.
wasn't
So
the one she got. Okay.
Well, you know what? I'll say this. I wanna make this point. One of the things that I love about this show is that it shows you that at any age you can go after your dreams and you can make it happen. Prime example, Pryor, he said that he started this journey years ago, and unfortunately he had to pick up a job. But I mean, that's what you have to do sometimes. You have to pick up a job and you have to do this on the side. But I'm so happy to see people that just never let their dream die.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he's on the show and he's showing middle-aged men everywhere that you can still follow your dream. So I thought that was really, really cool.
Absolutely. Yes. It's so powerful to have a dream and continue to pursue it and fight for it. You know, the other day I was talking to a young woman. Well, she's not that young anymore. She's a little older. But she was talking about how she had this dream of being a filmmaker for many, many years. And she was a school teacher and did this and did that. And now she's 40-something years old. And now she's doing all the film festivals. And she has a movie coming out in theaters this summer.
Oh,
and
good.
she's like in her 40s now, 45. So just to see him on this show, being 35 years old, you know, he's a hardworking man. I guess he worked in some kind of construction and he was working with his hands. And seeing his dream come true and being in a place where the world can finally celebrate him, not only for his performance on the show, but just his life and everything that has made him who he was, that brought him to this point in his life.
Because he did go through the struggle, so the struggle is real. # the struggle is real.
Well, it's real. Look, I don't claim that no more. It's real. It's as real as you want it to be.
Manifestation is so important.
It is.
The struggle is as real as you want it to be. I don't identify with that no more. I see the good in everything.
Yes.
I do. I believe that the struggle is real, but as long as that's a foundation or a platform.
Great conversation right here. Very, very strong conversation.
Like he said, he did stuff that he had to go. You have to go through a struggle sometimes to get on the other side, especially in this industry. Like, people are going to say, did you pay your dues? Unfortunately, you don't want to have to pay your dues, but sometimes it takes you to pick up and leave and not know what you're going to do with $200 or $900 or whatever. So what I mean by that is the struggle is real in that sense.
I'm teasing you,
but no,
it's real,
and it all contributes to the story, you know.
It does, and it makes your music
another thing
your
that I
art.
love about the show is that it shows their story, you know. So like when we can watch the show, we say, man, they went through this, and then at the end, oh my God, they won the show. Right, it just makes it that much sweeter. So
it does.
Thank you, Voice, for getting the most important part, which is the story.
Right.
Yes. So what do you guys say about next week? What are your predictions?
Well, my girl, Kelsey, she'll definitely be there. I can't foresee her getting voted off the show.
Right. They have more blind auditions. So we're looking forward to seeing more of the blind auditions. I want to see some, I don't know, last year they had towards the end where they had the last person, which was Chris Blue, and only Alicia Keys had one person left because they get 7 people each, I think it is. And and he ended up winning. The last actually ended up coming in first. So, I don't know. I don't want to see it to die down because they started off really strong. I want to see more of, I would like to see stronger voices. I will say that. Like, I would like to see more of the raspy Alicia Keys, Adam Levine type voices. Because this episode was a lot of country, which is, I feel like, geared towards more Blake, more Kelly, and Adam and Alicia pick up from there. But I would like to see stronger, more like soulful voices. And also to continue to see the versatility in people's music. Like, are you really coming out of the box and making it your own, even in the beginning?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's just my prediction.
I'm looking forward to seeing who else Adam chooses, because we didn't really get to see a lot of people on his team yet. So I can't wait to see who else he chooses to add on his team, and Alicia.
He usually racks up towards the end because for some reason I feel like he always knows they save the best for last.
Yeah.
So he always racks up at the end. He hardly ever turns around in the beginning. I think that's his tactic. And I feel like Blake always racks up his people pretty early. And Kelly is new, of course. And then Alicia, she gets a very diverse crowd. So I never know how she picks, but she definitely gets more diverse. And then sometimes, like, her last two, like maybe one or two people, she'll wait all the way to the end to kind of see if there's anything else that she feels like is out there. Yeah.
So for my predictions, I'm just looking for more people with the it factor. I want to see the it factor. I want to see it. And I don't know, like, I know it's called The Voice, so you're just supposed to have like a good voice. But
what does that mean to you, though? What does the it factor mean?
What does the it factor mean?
What the it factor is the total package. For the it factor, you have to, number one, have the charisma. You have to have the confidence. You have to have the voice, of course. And you have to have the story. And I believe all those combined, it's like a recipe. You have to have a good amount or a certain amount of each one of those things to blend it all up to make it the it factor. And just because you can sing doesn't mean you have the it factor.
Right.
The it factor, this is the it factor. When you, okay, all right, hold on. Let's think about this. Let's pull this back. Okay, now, if you ever been in a room, ladies, okay, and a fine brother walked through the room, and this brother is beyond good looks. It's beyond good looks, but it's almost like the energy, the charisma, his mannerisms, how he deals with people. You can see all that just by him walking in the room. He don't even have to talk to you. Just energy, the vibe, the energy. And you're like, who is that? Like, all right, come on, come to my table.
That is so telling. I love that.
What about what's that one lady's name? Oh, I can't think of her name. It's on the tip of my tongue right now. I think she was on The Voice UK. She had The Voice. Remember, she was short. She was a white lady, and nobody thought she would like have the voice she had. What is her name?
Well, you know
Please,
what?
somebody tell
Viewers
me
out
in the
there,
chat.
if you know her name, drop her name down below.
I mean, she became big. We know who she is.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we'll definitely get to it on the next episode, guys. Share that with us. It factors. I want to touch on that some more.
I don't know if that was the best example.
I think that was great, and I think it's so different that everybody just has something different that they're looking for.
Yeah.
I know for me, when I'm listening to an artist and I'm trying to find somebody else to fall in love with, because for me it's like when I wake up in the morning, when I'm going through something like it's like it's kind of like a friendship, a relationship. Like they know what to give you when you need it the most. So for me, it's about telling the truth. When I hear their voice, is their voice telling the truth? Do I feel it? Like, does it really sound like the truth to me? Like when you're telling me that you're hurting and that you're in pain, does it sound like the truth?
Yeah.
Because you can tell right away when somebody is not pouring their heart and soul into music. And for me, what music means so much to me. So that's what I look for. That's what gives me the it factor.
But this is the thing. When it's some people that pour their heart and soul into music and it still don't sound good. Okay. I got family members that be pouring their heart and soul in the studio. And
but we talk about The Voice.
We
talk about The Voice.
Well, like the guy's name. I know, but he did the pain song.
You're right. You're right.
I'm playing tough.
He did the pain song. This was second episode. This was the season 14. the second episode, he did Pain. I like that song. And Kelly, he ended up going with Kelly because Kelly was the only person that turned around. And I can't think of his name exactly right now, but he had the dreads and everything.
Oh, I have his name, Dr. King.
Yes.
So he was like, not to get it confused with Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King. No, he was great. He was great. He was a school teacher.
Yes.
Prior to this.
Yeah, but he didn't like that. It was funny. But he, to me, I like the song that he did, but I don't. That's just. It's one of them things where you can see that he could have it, but he didn't have, like you said, he didn't have the it factor.
He didn't have the it factor.
Like you've heard it before. You've heard that voice before.
Have I really? Like, I don't know if I have, but I wasn't. I'm with you. I think I'm with you. I didn't feel it in my gut. Like, I need that energy, like, to feel
like I could
though.
forget about him when I change my channel, is what you're saying. Like, I don't want to forget about you. Make me remember you.
We want people that are unforgettable.
Yes.
That's what makes good TV. That's what makes superstars.
Right.
You got to be unforgettable.
That's why Kelly is who she is. Like, she started off American Idol.
Dean, Alicia. Everybody has their own lane and their own voice and their own, identity. And that's what we're looking for, identity. What's your identity?
Yeah.
We want to know.
That's
the
it.
ID. Yeah, the it factor is your ID.
Yes.
But yeah, I think it's great because we have Kelly, and Kelly started American Idol.
Yeah.
Like, can you believe that? It's like her whole brand has detached from that.
Oh,
she's
yes.
such a big person.
Absolutely.
And it's like, wow, she's from American Idol. I have to remember this. But she once stood in their shoes. Mm-hmm. So I'm believing that she's going to be a great person to work with and to understand these people because she was once in their shoes. So she had the it factor, clearly. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that is kind of what we're looking for, or I'm looking for in this. Like, can we turn one of these into the next Kelly Clarkson or Carrie Underwood or whoever?
Yeah. So, all right. Well, those are our predictions for next episode, but make sure you guys stay tuned. We had so much fun this episode.
Yes.
It's already off to a great start this new season, and we're excited for more and to chat with you guys for more. So meanwhile, you guys can follow us on social media. I am Chance Cessna, and you can find me at Chance Cessna, ChanceCessna, on Instagram.
And I'm Monique Loveless, and you can find me everywhere at Miss Mo Loveless.
Yes, ladies. And this was such a great first show, and you can catch us every single week. I am Miss Candi Marie, and you can find me on Instagram at Miss Candi Marie and on Twitter at Sweet Kendroid TV. Bye, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.